Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of Smith in the Black here at CP Group with the Strat Time Report, and we're starting off a new month, new week, new day, and so one of the things I talked about in the weekend video is this ridiculously tight range here in the SPY on the weekly. We need to break that, right? Because to start off so we can have our first weekly signal of the month. Right now we're right on the month, and the day and the month and the week all have the same opening right now, so we need to uncouple that. It doesn't mean we don't trade, it means we gain more information, but certainly first things first, you need to break either side of this week to get my attention. So what we did have to start off the month was an inside 60, right? And so when this broke, you have full time frame continuity either way, right? Because the monthly and the weekly and the daily and the 60 are all the same. On the opening, but then once this breaks, everything goes red. You can see this inside bar here, two up, two one, two reversal, boom, down she goes, and the diamonds did that with it here, right? You can see the diamonds actually took out last week's highs, but now coming back through for potential outside week. But here you go. This is why you hear me talk about every new 60 is like a new day to us. You can see this inside 60, two up, inside, boom, and now right here, right as soon as we started this broadcast, right on the new 60, you can see they come back right into it. Let's take a look at the SPY again. You see that come right into it, right on that new 60. That's what we call that the flip. You want to be aware of that. If we go to QQQ, and Q's coming a little bit, but once again, stock. You got to get outside of these weekly ranges to have any significant move. If we go to the small cappers, stock. Look at this. How are you not going to be an inside month? So much distance on either side of this to take out either side of the month. So be aware of that. We do have a little boring, but TLT bonds to start off the new month, inside week to the upside. All right. So you still got some range to get outside of the mother bar, the previous bar, but to start off the week and the month, all that inside week to the upside TLT. If we go to NVIDIA. And NVIDIA trying to take this inside week to the upside, now backing off a little bit. We had SMHers trying to come up here a little bit and gap up a little bit, but now gap up and sit because there's a little problem with Qualcomm. Goog's not going to use their chips anymore, so tried to go, take this inside day and then go all the way up to hit magnitude up in here, but then here you can see that inside 60. Bad news, boom, take them out. Now we'll see how much worse that gets. If we go to Tesla's. And Tesla taking out last month's highs 2 months in a row, right? Taking out 3-month highs, as you can see this. All of these guys getting taken out to start off. So we'll see on the 60, you're going to see this here. The 2 up by taking out the previous high, 2 down. So in the next hour, if you can get above here, 721 will get my attention. And you see on a 15-minute basis, here, this is where you wait for it to come in, and then the 2 down and 2 up, but now you got a new 60 and starting to back off on that. Watching this market, see how it's going to handle this 60, because we do have VXX staying a little firm and taking a 2 on the day, so they're taking a little bit of a caution here on that. If we go to Billy Aru and BILI, you can see this on the daily, the inside day, the drop down, and then boom, 1, 2, 2 reversals. So this is a rev strat. We're looking to see if we can take all this kind of stuff out, and then you just wait for it to come in. It will triangulate out. 2, 1, 2 reversal on the 15 right now over 91.17, taking that out. SPY trying to recover once again on that flip. So SPY does this on the 30 now. Here's your inside 15er. 2, 1, 2 reversal right on the new 60, right? And if that works, triggers this, the 2 down, 2 up, 2, 230 reversal right on the new flip. If we go to AMD, and AMD now chopping around a little bit, but you can see this hammer counter shooter on the 60. If we can take this out here in the next hour over 108.20, breaking out his long consolidation here, broadening formation still, and so still trying to stay firm here is AMD, and that tells you to keep an eye on Xilinx. And Xilinx not doing much on the day. You can see they brought them in here a little bit. We've still got some distance to get all-time highs, but you can watch that with the AMD. If we go to CAN, we got some of these guys coming up with the Bitcoin and trying to take that 630, but backs off. But you can see here on the month, This month gets my attention because you have an inside month, poke down, boom. This would be RevStrat month over this, 804. So it's been there. It's just kind of flirting with it. So we can keep an eye on that for the rest of the month over 804. If we go to SQ, and SQ, nice move here. So you can see on last week it had the inside day. It poked up, boom, RevStrat downside. Hits magnitude to there, but then you come in here, boom, 2-2 daily reversal right back to the upside, and if that works, it triggers this on the week. The outside, inside, 3-1-2 weaker, and if that works, now we can take out last month's highs and start gunning for these highs here, SQ, and then if you wait for it on the 30, you're going to see this. The higher high 2 up, the 2 down, stop these guys out, now boom, back to the highs, looking over 275.37 here. For the next half an hour, it's flirting with it, so we'll see how that goes. If we go to Futu, and Futu just a 2 down, 2 up day, still handily inside week and handily inside month, but had a nice little move to start off the day. We'll see if anything more comes of that. Seeing if this market continues to recover. If we go to FTNT. And Fortinet, slightly inside and up on the 30, which is going to give you this. You're inside 60, but you can see this backing off on the new hour, right? So we want to see if that cures it, because you go into the new highs, which is exhaustion risk, and that's what can happen here, and that's why you don't watch those new 60s to see if that continues. If we go to a little thin, but CACC, having a nice day, the outside day, and then boom into the highs, and you got a little bit more room for all-time highs. And so what this means is when you have that outside day, it means the selling down here was rejected, and it's still being rejected, right? You can see that nice strong opening there. We'll see if that sets up. If you go to AFRM, and AFRM trying to take out these 2-week highs, still handily inside month, but you can see nice long green day to start off the new month. Now potentially an inside 60 here, so that would get my attention. We can get that to close out like that at the end of the hour. If we go to ANVS, ANVS, after getting pummeled trying to go 2-2 day reversal, have a nice little move off the opening, but we'll see. Looking for signals above this 41.50. You're there right now. Handily going to be an inside week, but just a little bit of good movement in there. If we go to YOU, and just a nice little starting here. You can see last week had that inside week, poke down, boom, RevStrat week to take all these guys out. So now you're in exhaustion risk. So we'll see if we get another setup into there. If we go to SCR, and SCR just taking out 2 weeks of highs in here, still handily inside month, but a nice little percentage move here. Now we can see if we get an inside 60 for you coming up. If we go to DXC, and yeah, I know we're going down the food chain here a little bit. We just don't have, discernible strength in any of these sectors. So that's why we're going down the food chain to start off. No hurry on a Monday and the starting of a new month. But now you got an inside 60 here, DXC. We'll see if that goes, because you got your inside month to the upside going. If we go to CTKB, and CTKB, newer issue, just not a percentage gain, nice percentage gainer, and you got here this inside bar here, 212 measured move. Now new 60 stalling out. We'll see if that sets up. If we go to the downside, you got crude getting hit here, and crude starts off the month with a 2 reversal daily to the downside, going after last week's lows. And so we had a nice morning that once again dissipated for like OIH. You can look at this, this falls apart. Now new 60. We'll see. XLE also outside day, so we'll see what comes of that. If we go to the memers, after last month, GameStop still fading, and we knew about that last month on the 2-2 reversal here below 197. Now down to 155 and still dropping. If you go to AMC, who's going to have some more earnings on Monday, going after that inside week to the downside. If we go to letter H, and letter H, inside day to the downside to start off the new month, and if that works, you might go down here and try and take out that week. We'll see. We can watch that with a bunch of the pandemics. So how's Marriott doing? Marriott outside day. So we also know the airlines suffering here. Airlines having some problems, and you can see American trying to take out last week's lows. If you go to United here, going after last week's lows, we'll see still an inside day. FedEx, because we know the trannies from the macro having some issues on the quarterly, and so FedEx having a little bit rough, but you can see firming up on that new 60. If we go to Visa, and Visa taking out last week's lows, RevStrat inside week pokes up, and then boom, coming down, and that tells us to keep an eye on MA. And MA taking out last week's lows as well. So those two having a rough start to the month. If we go to GPN, and GPN having a real rough start here, and just getting whaled right out the chute. And so we'll see if that sets up again. It's been hit pretty hard, but we'll see. If we go to Fiserv, FISV, and you see this big outside day, boy, and so if that keeps going, this rejection can keep going. We'll see how much worse that gets, taking out last week's lows. If we go to EJH, and you can see this triangle layout, and then boom, outside weaker already, going into new lows, but now trying to recover, but we'll see if we can get this to go inside on the 60, and then see if we can get that reversal back down. And TGTX. And TGTX, it's hit pretty hard. Now you can see inside on the 60, so either side of that to see if we can get that to fade through. But like I said, with SPY and the broader averages, really got to break those weeklies. And so that will tell the tale. And as you can see now, potential and inside 60 for the SPY. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, Smith's in the Black at CPU Group. Strat Time Report.